Hey everybody, welcome back to Movie Mondays. I am Mr. Holdren, the film teacher here at Homewood Flossmoor High School. The last week was the final week of quarter one, so a lot of my students were working hard to finish up their quarter one project. So I told them I would take this week and help them out with Movie Mondays. First piece we're going to show you today is a collaboration between the film class and myself. It's a commercial for the CTE program here at Homewood Flossmoor. And you have to realize you go to a school that has an amazing career and technical education department with a lot of things that they offer. So definitely want to check them out. And we made this was for the manufacturing part of the CTE program. Check it out and hopefully it piques an interest and you take some CTE classes next year.
I'm Mr. Will Merchants. I am the manufacturing and welding instructor here at Homewood Flossmoor High School. So manufacturing is a massive field, not only in the United States, but globally. Through not just our supply chains, transportation, but any material or good that you have has been made. It has been designed, thought of, and had to be created. Manufacturing is massive. There are many jobs that are open and available as the baby boomers continue to retire, and unfortunately we don't have the skilled workforce yet to fully replace all of those openings. Manufacturing here at Homewood Flossmoor is a couple of different tracks of courses. We have the advanced manufacturing side, which has courses such as woods and metals manufacturing, computer integrated manufacturing, and machine tool technology. And then we also have a welding program that has multiple levels, including welding 1 and 2, welding fabrication, and special projects on top of that.
I chose to take manufacturing because even from an early age, I always enjoyed working hands-on, whether it was with cars, with metal, with wood.
I decided to take this course because I like making things, and I think a lot of things are made with wood and metals, so I thought it would be nice to learn how to make different things and take this class.
The manufacturing classes are courses that are very hands-on, up out of your seat, moving around, running equipment, doing things. We make hammers, napkin holders, cutting boards, salt and pepper shakers, and that's only first semester in the woods metals class. In welding, not only do we get to teach you how to connect metal together to make projects, things that you'll get to take with you after the class, but it's one of the rare classes where you actually get to play with fire and you're required to.
We get to use machines and stuff, and we get to build stuff, and also we get to move around, not sitting down all the time.
There's probably everything you can think of that has to do with manufacturing here, such as like welding. There's a mill, drill press, there's tons of different saws that are always being updated, so there's always stuff to use.
Something I've enjoyed the most in this class is making things. I actually made a cutting board. I had fun making that, and some of my friends are in the class, so it's also nice to hang out with them and make a project together.
2 months ago when I was taken to FabTech, it was the probably one of the largest indoor manufacturing programs where you were able to walk around and see all the latest and innovative technologies that companies have made.
If you're interested in any of the classes here offered in manufacturing or in welding, you can always feel free to reach out to me down here in lower G building, G2 specifically. I'd be more than happy to answer any of the questions that you may have. You can also reach out to your counselor, or you can go on the school website to find out more about our program, including our after-school club, Skills USA.
This manufacturing classes, they do teach you that there is more than just going to a standard college. You can go to a trade school, and this definitely gives you the right background to pursue those careers.
Manufacturing in the Chicagoland area is not going anywhere. It is an absolute base of manufacturing, as it has been for well over 2 centuries. The program that we have here at Homewood Flossmoor is amazing. The technology that we have from our CNC equipment through all of the other modern machines that are available, not only including our laser engravers and our 3D printers, are the skills that the students need to have to be able to excel not only currently in the workforce, but for the future ready jobs that are going to be available out there.
The final piece I'm going to show you today is a program we put together called Walking the Path with Wakely. Our new superintendent has a really big job, and part of his job is to communicate and be seen by the community and stakeholders. And he had a really good idea of putting together, a monthly program highlighting himself and very important people at HF and in the HF community. This first episode was recorded with Dr. Wakely and Dr. Alexander, our new principal. It's a little long, so you might have to cut it off at the end because you gotta get back to class, but please feel free to watch the whole thing. And if you wanna finish watching it, check out HF's Vimeo webpage. You have all the content there, and it will be added to each month with a new episode. So I hope you enjoy it, and welcome to quarter 2, and have a good semester.
So you're probably wondering why I asked you here this morning, very early day. One of the things that we want to do is just promote some of the greatness that is Homewood Flossmoor High School, and not all of it has to do with humans. Some of it has to do with tradition. And one of the traditions at Homewood Flossmoor is this path. Like many colleges and universities around the country, there is a path that gets students from one place to another. A unique aspect of Homewood Flossmoor is walking this path, rain or shine, heat or cold, is one of the quintessential aspects of life at Homewood Flossmoor High School. What I hope to do this year is invite special people, our guests, students, community members, important alumni, although all of our alumni are important, to walk the path and for us to be able to engage in a little conversation and learn a little bit more. Today, you, Dr. Alexander, as our principal, it's important for everyone to know who you are and why you're here. What does walking this path in the time that you've been here kind of mean to you?
Well, you know what, that's a very good reflective question. I would say that this path is I kind of look at it as the road to success, because so many sets of feet have walked down this path. We're EGOT school, multiple Blue Ribbon school, and to me, it kind of means that, hey, you're walking in the shoulders or shadows of giants, and you're standing on the shoulders of giants. So I always like to remind the students that there's a legacy that we follow, and although cultures have changed somewhat, the expectations stay the same. They don't change. They're super high, and we have some of the best kids in the country. And so to walk this path with you, proverbially, I believe that we are on the path of success as a leadership team to catapult our school community, particularly our students, to new heights.
So one of the things that we've started this year, as you know, is the profile of a Viking. While it's really important for our students to achieve excellence in their academics, and that's what we have a tradition for, it's also critically important that our students are well-rounded and that our students embody kind of the things as parents, what we want for our kids, in addition to knowing things. Our true north at Homewood Flossmoor and our profile of a Viking is our diversity and inclusion. That is something that we embrace, we demand, we will celebrate in everything we do. and some of the other aspects of having innovators and problem solvers, communicators and collaborators, good citizens, citizenship and character, and having that reflective resiliency. So that's what makes not only our students a profile of a Viking, but all of us are Vikings. Me, you, our entire community, everyone is a Viking that should kind of emulate some of those values. What does the profile of a Viking mean to you? Maybe which aspect of that profile kind of speaks to your heart?
Well, that is a tough question because I love all of them, but if I had to pick one, I gotta go with the True North. You know, in the age of advocacy and what we see in society, I mean, I have no choice but to feel that for our students, we have to prepare them and equip them with the tools necessary to understand the climate of the country, world, etc. So that's my favorite. Outside of that, I believe the soft skills of being innovative and problem solvers are essential because you know, we have airborne pathogens that are out here that need to be cured, and so we need innovators, we need risk takers. And so I really want to kind of nudge and agitate our culture, professional cultures and student cultures, to really take risk, you know, and do new innovative things, because that's the only way that we're going to make advancements in this society that we have, that we live in today. So I would say outside of diversity and inclusion, I like innovation and problem solving.
We have to continue to evolve, and even though HF has been great long before us, and certainly will be great long after us, innovation and us evolving as a community is critical to really our success and being relevant, and creating a world, you know, for our students' adulthood and not necessarily our adulthood.
Indeed. Indeed.
So I want to move to another area just to let people know a little bit. Who is Dr. Alexander? What do you do? Why you're here? Why HF?
Well, Dr. Alexander is half awake walking with you on the path.
Amen.
But I'm just joking. Dr. Alexander essentially is a compassionate person, a lifelong learner. I love to see the best in people. And I learned throughout life, just through trial and error, that I like to bring the best out of people. So I believe that's one of my superpowers, if I had one.
Oh,
Not to say I'm
no
action hero or something like that. But no, if I had a superpower, I believe that it's my ability to evoke good energies, you know, and that's cognitive, that's behavioral, and I believe that I'm good at, you know, connecting and pulling good things out. So I believe that's who I am viscerally, like, you know, at the core. And yeah, I'm down to earth. You know, I like to have a good time. I believe my work philosophy is we can enjoy the work that we do and laugh a little until we can't. You know, sometimes we're not going to be able to, you know, chew the fat and laugh, but, you know, when we can, let's take advantage of it, and then when it's time to buckle down, we could always do so.
We do serious work.
Yes, we do.
This is serious work, and
yes, we do.
And but we have to have fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like leadership.
Yeah.
Sounds like good leadership.
I agree. Agreed.
Which is why I wanted you on my team.
Hey, that's all right. I gladly accept.
So I want to move to another area. We've talked at the beginning of the year with our faculty and staff, and one of the things that is commonly said is we are HF. And that means a lot of things to a lot of people. But what we've tried to have conversations and have our students and faculty think about is, what does we are HF mean to us? It means something to everybody who came before us, but it may not have the same meaning, and that's okay. excellence will always be a part of We Are HF, but the other things that are really important to that slogan or motto is very personal. What does We Are HF mean to Dr. Clinton Alexander?
I think in addition to excellence, I would say that We Are HF means that we take the calling seriously, you know, so that means that we can do whatever it takes to be adaptable and successful. And so if you looked at the profile of a graduate, I think that that's an adaptable tool, because you could broker any one of those competencies to meet the needs of the time. You know, so I believe that excellence and adaptability is We Are HF, because with those two things, with the calling to excellence and the ability to shift and adapt the competencies, I believe that's what HF is. Because statically, if you communicated all the time and you didn't reflect, then you would overlook something. But if you had the ability to shift when necessary, I strongly believe that's what makes you successful. So in my opinion, I believe that We Are HF is the adaptability coupled with excellence.
Right. Yeah. And I think, you know, there's a family aspect, and there is, you know, once you're part of the brotherhood, so to speak, of HF, once a Viking, always a Viking. And I think there's, even though we may look different, we may talk differently, we may believe different things from the beginning of HF, our students are different than they were today, and that's a blessing. And because they're continuing to be the innovators and problem solvers, our students today truly want to be world changers. And I think that's what makes We Are HF unique. So not only is it personal to every student today, but it also links us to our past, and has a bridge to the future. And so that was, you know, well said. So I appreciate your thoughts on that. So as we kind of wrap up this journey of walking the path with Wakely, I want to thank you for, one, getting up really early, and you're just as handsome early in the morning as you are at the end of the day.
Hey, I appreciate it, boss.
But I just want to also just take a minute to kind of appreciate where we're at, and this place that we get to work. We say a lot of times, I got to go to work and I got to do a lot of things. We get to do this, and we get to be leaders at Homewood Flossmoor High School. And I can tell you that, you know, in this beautiful setting today and a beautiful fall morning, I appreciate you as a principal of Homewood Flossmoor High School, spending some time sharing your thoughts and helping really the world know who Dr. Alexander is. So
thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right. All right. All right.